world, and welcome to Reading with Kermie. I'm Chris, aka Kermie, and welcome to a special episode of Reading with Kermie on location. Today, as you can't tell, instead of Kermie karaoke, I decided to take reading with Kermie on the road today. I hope you guys can hear me because I'm right next to traffic driving by. The reason for my video today, actually, I invited a few of you guys out there that are my listeners to the Hardison Road here in Everett, Washington for just freedom dancing and having a good time on the side of the road and have traffic honk at you and all that good fun stuff. I found a new activity to do ever since these global protests started. I got the fire at my butt that okay, instead of doing it the violent way, let's do it the fun and still active, purposeful way. So I took my microphone I used for Kermie karaoke and found a spot down the road from my house. Hold on, I was waiting for a semi to go by, and got a great spot to dance on the side of the road. So before I get started with the reading today, I want to invite you guys, if you guys are interested in having some free freedom dancing and feel good, and have traffic drive by and feel good as we do it. At the same time, I'm on Hardison Road here in Everett, Washington. See, the address right across the street is 7100 Hardison Road, right across the street from the Community Transit Center and bus depot thingy. So, yeah, right after I'm reading today, I'm going to be dancing, and another reason why I need you guys folks to join me is for some reason with the technology I have for my videos, I cannot listen to music, do Kermie karaoke at the same time, and record myself. So, I'm an extra person down here with the phone. Help me out so I can do Reading Kermie here on location. Sounds like fun, right? So, let's get started. Reading Kermie. I'm on Don't Stress the Small Stuff, it's just small stuff. Book 2 is With the Family. So, I'm going to try to talk loud so you guys can hear me. And we're on chapter 53. Remember, actions speak louder than words. Let's continue, shall we? Start the reading. I believe this bit of wisdom is always important to keep in mind, but never more so than at home. Yet, as often as most of us have heard, how many of us live our lives as if we knew that it were true? Turn on. One of my favorite quotes is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "What you do speaks so loud that I cannot hear that what you say." This quote has come in handy as Chris and I attempt to raise our kids. It reminds us that what we say may be important, but not nearly as important as what we do. True that. True that. One of the most obvious places where this wisdom takes form is our decision as how do we spend our time. It's easy to say your children or your spouse, for example, you are the most important part of my life. However, to a child, and most likely a spouse too, actions really do speak louder than words. If you spend 12 hours a day at the office and 5 or 10 minutes with the most important people in your life, there's enormous inconsistency between your words and your actions. Aha! There are more subtle forms of the same dynamic as well. For example, if the telephone always takes precedence over spending time with your children, the message received is priority number 1, telephone. Priority number 2, me. If there's always something that must be done, cooking, dishes, cleaning up, unreturned phone calls. before time with the family. The message is equally clear. Can you hear me now? I understand that life isn't perfect, and I know you do too. There are trade-offs all of us must make, and it's difficult to keep an appropriate balance. Virtually everyone must work to earn a living, and sometimes take up most of your waking time. Ain't that the freaking truth? Often there's not a darn thing we can do about it. Despite all this, however, there are things we can do. There are countless little ways we can show our families and loved ones they really are number one priority. We can turn down opportunities, business-related or personal, and choose instead to spend time with those we truly love. The most important thing to understand, however, isn't the choice itself, but the attitude we carry with the choice. Did you hear that? We need to make it clear that we are making our choice happily and joyfully, rather than feeling like victims because we get very little time for ourselves. We can make it crystal clear that we are truly blessed to be with our loved ones. I recently turned down an enormous speaking opportunity because of what I really wanted to do was be at my daughter's soccer game. I tried to make it clear, however, that this wasn't a sacrifice. I was the lucky one. I was richly rewarded. She scored her very first goal ever. There are other more subtle ways you can accomplish the same goal. I know there are exceptions, but you can admit that there are times we stay late at the office by choice instead of necessity. Are you doing something truly relevant, or are you doing something more optional, something that can wait? It is important as your time with your family. If you're talking to your spouse or child and the phone rings, you can avoid jumping up and answering it. Instead, you can remain interested in your present conversation. The phone can wait. You can stay right there where you are. You might even say to your family member, there's no one I'd rather talk to than you. If you're genuine, you won't believe how much this simple sentence can mean to someone you love. Additionally, you can become more patient, better listener, really focus on what your family members are saying rather than waiting for you to interrupt or your chance to run away to the next important thing you have to do. It all adds up. Every positive next important thing you have to do. It all adds up. Every positive choice that you make and reinforce to the family. The love in your family does increase any resentments, disappointment, sadness that might have developed over time. Okay, one more paragraph. If you want loving mutually respected relationships at home, your decisions don't have to be monumental, but they do have to make it clear that on balance your family really isn't the most important people in your life. There are hundreds of things you can do. Hundreds of things you can do in your daily life. The specific choices you make are up to you. My goal is here simple, to remind you that you are one choice away. With a little reflection, albeit you can make at least one loving choice today that can make a world difference in the quality of your life at home. See, traffic's already honking and I'm just sitting here reading. That's how exciting this is. But anyway, I really hope you guys heard what I was reading. I should have read before I walked to the road. But anyway, I just wanted to read that on my special new location, my new dance floor, across the street from the community transit here on Hardison Road, Everett, Washington. I'll be here today, tomorrow, and some other random days too. It's just right down the road from my house, so I have no excuse. I love it. hope traffic loves it too. So on that note, let me know. I love you guys and hope to see you here. Have a great day. I'm in the boogie.